Okay, I'm gonna do my laundry and I'm gonna tell you my new perspective on life, because one of the things that I love about being the feminine aspect of Christ, the God presence, our divine spark, one of the things that I love so much about her is that we are constantly shifting and observing different perspectives within our own totality. So for example, I would call myself the queen of potentials, because every single moment is just fueled with a new potential for me to collect, integrate, really understand within my heart what it feels like to feel into the moment, alchemize into a new experience and release in gratitude. And I feel like I have become such a beautiful aspect of, our own holy presence in that I am now labeling myself the queen of all potentials. And I think that that's, again, just a beautiful aspect of the feminine nature of our reality, as being the receiver, being the downloader, being the chalice of, wisdom. So are you ready to know how I've been looking at myself lately? So I don't know how many times, I think I'm going to just start sharing, the various portions of my journey with you, but I'll start with today. So recently, I've been observing my reality as a living Tamagotchi. Follow me here, okay? So we all know, those that grew up in the 90s, we grew up with these little keychain fobs. They were like this big, and they were a little tiny game of sorts. And you got this Tamagotchi and you had to keep it alive. You had to feed it. You had to play with it. You had to make sure that it was nourished. You were nourishing this little tiny fob of an electronic, and you were programming its health. And so many people spent hours looking after their sacred little Tamagotchis. And again, they would hang on your keychain. A lot of us would put them on our belt loops. I have to be honest, I actually don't think I personally ever owned one, because the other version of Skye before I embodied in my Christed presence, because again, I am a soul walk-in. When she was observing everyone's reality, she didn't have any likes, right? She didn't really connect with any, anything. She was an empty shell of a presence. So when I observe my past, I didn't have a Tamagotchi. I was never offered the opportunity of one. So we just never had one. But my sister had one. And I remember watching my sister care for this fob of a toy. It was a toy. It was something for her to love and play with and explore, especially as women. We grow up wanting to nurture. We grew up wanting to give our hearts and say, look how beautiful our heart is. Are you going to cherish it and nourish me within this scenario? And back to Tamagotchis, my angels. So stay on point, Skye. The point of this whole thing is it's important to realize that we are living creation as well. So just as these children in the 90s played with these little fobs of characters, I started looking at myself as a Tamagotchi. I started looking at myself as, okay, there are a million potentials, Skye. You could feed it, play with it, bathe it, change its diaper, go to the bathroom. You could do all of these things and anything in any which way, in any order, but there's only one specific route that is for you. And so just as these people played with these living or like little Tamagotchi toys, I began to observe myself as a totality of a toy in my own presence. You know, we really do have to keep ourselves alive within this reality. There is an essence of flow, but there's also an essence of life. You know, here I am doing laundry because that's an aspect of life. Just because you have reached enlightenment and you have become one with all, you actually start to engage in your life differently. You become a living creation and a living nurturer and a living creator within your totality. You become a chalice of your Christed wisdom. Living is a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but you want to know why? It's because you're a multidimensional being. And as you exist as a multidimensional being, you are doing a million things all at once within your various energy bodies. Astrally, you're playing and you're amalgamating different levels of data. Just like these children played with Tamagotchis, they instilled different data codes like feed it, play with it, change its diaper. You know, like, I don't know if they actually changed the diapers. In my mind they did, but who knows if they actually, I don't know. I'm claiming ignorance on this one. But the point is that we are very similar to Tamagotchis, and you are the programmer of your own reality. It's just, what programs are you offering yourself? Are you remaining static within your perceptions? Do you follow looped behavior? Are you evolving within your presence? Do you challenge yourself? Are you allowing yourself to play and enjoy and just get involved in your creation? Because just because I'm doing laundry doesn't mean that I'm just sitting here folding laundry. When I fold laundry, I am integrating my love. I take every single article in my hands because this is a part of my Tamagotchi reality right now. I am looking after myself by washing my clothes and loving them, because these clothes will be the fulfillment of my presence in a few days when I desire to wear it. Everything is a data code. You're a Tamagotchi and you're programming yourself. And yes, you have to keep yourself alive. And that's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. I know it's a lot of work because I'm here. I'm living. But it becomes simple when you begin to flow in spirit. And again, whatever it looks like on the external realm, people complain about doing laundry, and yet they need clothes to fit into societal norms. So as they're complaining and as the clothes sit in a pile neglected because they weren't folded, they weren't put away, they didn't have a home, you're cultivating moments of spectacular wonder within your own holy presence in all moments. In all moments. Laundry, cooking dinner, doing the dishes, taking the dog for a walk, sitting with your family, having tough conversations, being honest with yourself. You are evolving in all moments. Just like a Tamagotchi. You got to start somewhere, right? And it starts with your own perceptions. It starts with getting honest with yourself. Do you hate laundry, or do you hate the way that you perceive laundry? I bet you, if you changed your perception and you started to play with your clothes, this thing goes on my head. Literally, it gathers my hair. My hair is receptive, energetic strands of filaments that honor my presence. And this little baddie, goes on my head after I've washed it with intention with my water, and I've soaked myself in the crystalline presence of even water. It's not weird. I want to show you life. Life is simple. Life is fun. You don't have to overcomplicate it, you turkeys. Life has a way of complicating itself when you get in the way. But what if you just stopped getting in your way? Like a Tamagotchi, and you let yourself program you based on your needs instead of an external reality. You start focusing on, what do you need? Where's your truth? What do you desire in these moments? How can you honor you? By loving your moments and being involved in them, playing with them. Get your hands dirty in life. Because they're your hands. And you can do things with them. Anything you want. And you still have to do laundry. Life is a blessing. And so whether you're a Tamagotchi and you play through life by honoring yourself, feed it. Play with it. Give it good moments. Feed it beauty. Offer it joy. Allow her to explore her reality. The bigger the better. That's how I've been looking at life recently, as a Tamagotchi. And if you don't know what a Tamagotchi is, I'm almost 100% sure you can actually probably go buy one. I think they still exist. And so, honor yourself, love yourself, choose yourself, challenge yourself, evolve within yourself, and love everything that comes into your preview, your vision. It doesn't mean getting walked over, all over, and manipulated. What it means is to honor you, look after you, like you would a Tamagotchi. I hope that made a little bit of sense. I'm the queen of perceptions.